If you're considering TRT, it should never be step one, even if your testosterone is low. Now, if you're a high-performing, high-achieving man, you don't guess, you look at data first. You assess the full situation before just jumping in, and your body, well, that should be no different. But unfortunately, most men just jump into TRT without understanding why their testosterone is low. And in most cases, it's not system failure, it's simply system suppression, a suppressed hormonal and metabolic system from years of overstress, under-recovery and poor lifestyle and nutrition factors. But how do you know if you actually need TRT or not? I'm sure that's what you're thinking. Well, first, make sure you get a full hormonal lab panel done. But then, equally importantly, make sure you understand all of the markers and don't just jump into TRT because your test levels might be showing low. Because in reality, this marker is actually not the most important number. So let me try and simplify it the best I can in this short video so you actually know what to look for. So stay with me because this is seriously important for you. You need to know your testosterone levels. You need to know your free testosterone. You need to know your LH, your luteinizing hormone. You need to know your FSH, your follicle stimulating hormone. You need to know your prolactin levels and your SHBG, your sex hormone binding globulin, and your cortisol levels. They're the basic essentials. Now, low test and low LH means your brain is not signaling effectively. Low test and normal FSH, well, that's always reversible. High SHBG and low free test, that means you're producing testosterone, but it's bound and it's unusable. High cortisol markers and you're suffering a hormonal stress suppression. Now, if any of that is you, you don't need TRT. You need to fix your internal physiology. Now, TRT has its place, 100% for sure. So, if you now see low test and high LH and high FSH, well, that's true clinical hypogonadism. You require TRT. Or maybe if your test stays low and your system remains suppressed, despite fixing your lifestyle and following every one of my testosterone boosting strategies consistently for 6 months, then TRT might also be needed. But that is not most men. And it's really sad, but most men are simply lazy. And we're in this quick fix culture where people just simply look for a sticky plaster to make them feel better, rather than actually doing what is truly necessary to fix the issues. And the reality is, which most men don't seem to even consider, if you jump into TRT too early, you're going to suffer some issues. You're ultimately going to shut down your own natural test production. You are going to create a dependency, having ongoing injections, monitoring, and costs. You may well suffer blood thickening and a loss of fertility. And the big one, you still might not actually feel better, because the bottom line is you never actually fixed the issue causing your low test. You just pumped a synthetic exogenous version into your bloodstream. So let me be clear again, I'm not against TRT, and for some men it can be a positive life changer. But I am a health and performance coach. My priority and my passion is to make men look, feel and perform optimally from the inside out. And for most men, TRT should definitely not be the first move. So what you need to do, get your labs done. Understand each of your numbers. Fix what isn't working with the strategies that I coach and I provide on my page. Then watch as your libido takes off, you start burning fat for fun and you feel stronger, sharper and more energetic. Now, I've broken all of this down into several shorter videos to make it easier to digest. Also, feel free to message me if you have any questions, and I also strongly advise you comment audit below or DM me the same word, and I will send you a free health and performance audit to assess your current hormonal status. This will guide you further and give you some personalised insight and action points. Do not just jump into TRT mindlessly.